Hi, I'm Cheryl. Today we're going to be using the Happy Celebrations stamp set to make this card. And then on the inside it says, "Congratulations, the music you grew up with is now considered classic rock." I love funny birthday cards. I like to get them. I like to give them. So we'll be using this stamp set. We're using "Birthday to You," that stamp, and this little painterly blob one. And then we're also going to be using, let me get this out. It's from, it's a Sizzix embossing folders set. It's got this one that says Happy, and then there's another one that Celebrate, and we're using the Happy one for the front of the card. And then from the Bombs Away stamp set, and this one doesn't have any beautiful pictures or anything. It's on sale right now and Stampin' Up! For, I don't know, under $7, I think. But this has all kinds of kind of funny birthday things, stamps, and that's where I got the congratulations and classic rock stamp for the inside. I'll be using the triple border punch, some Snail Adhesive, and our inks will be Bermuda Bay, Marina Mist, and Island Indigo. So let me put these over on this side because I need to bring in my Cuttlebug. Oh, the papers. Almost forgot to go over what papers we need. Now we need, I stamped the inside of this one already. We need a piece of Whisper White, and this is 11 by 4 1/4. We're doing a card that opens this way this time. Need a piece of, let's see, what is that? Island Indigo. And that's 2 1/4 by 5 1/2. We need a piece of Whisper White. I have it in my little folder here already. And this is 2 by 5 1/4. These two will be used for our banner. A piece of light colored designer series paper. And this piece is 5 1/4. Or 5 1/2 by 4 1/4. And then we have 2 strips of a little darker color designer paper, and those are a 1/2 inch by 5 1/2 inches. So let's start with embossing, because we're going to emboss the Happy on the front, and then we're going to stamp over top of that. So on your embossing folder, one side has the Stampin' Up! And the Sizzix logo. Flip that over, because this will be the right side up. See, there's the Happy. You can read it from this side. So flip that over, and you want your paper positioned so that the left edge is about a 1/2 inch from the beginning of the letter H. So in order to keep my paper in place, what I did is what will be the back side of my paper. I put just a little bit of the Snail Adhesive and then lined that up, and you want it about a 1/4 inch from the fold. Line that up top and bottom, and a 1/4 inch from the fold, And then you'll see when you flip that over that you have the or when you close it up, you have that 1/2 inch that you need spacing before the word starts. So let me get my cuddle bug set up over here to the side a little bit. And just run it through like any other embossing folders. For the cuddle bug, that's your base plate and 2 B plates. And we just run that through. And we'll have a nice embossing now. And it will be all lined up because our paper was held in place. And there we go. So now we can put the ink on it. Let me flatten that out a little bit. Get this out of here. So we're going to get our blotch stamp out. And get our inks. Doesn't much matter which ones you start with. Ink that up. And then just stamp right over top. And there we go. Wipe that off because we'll be going to our next color. You can see my letters are starting to emerge. Starting to be able to see them better now. I'm going to keep the Island Indigo kind of handy because I'll be using that again in a little bit. Pick that up good, and this one is the Marina Mist. And you can stamp over, and you might notice I'm doing kind of a wiping motion. That's just to get the ink on there real well. And this is already kind of a pink-like background, so it doesn't matter if it's not covered completely, and it doesn't matter if it's kind of smoochy looking. We do want all of our letters to have a stamp over them. And let's see, I'll put one over here too. Okay. So there we go. So now you can see the happy. And it looks like just random brush strokes. We'll take our banner punch, and this is the largest size that will fit in here. It's 2 inches. It's not sliding in very well, but we're gonna punch it out from this side, over by the Y. So make sure when you do slide yours in, there we go. That the side that has the Y is the side going in, and we have our little tail on there. Now, because this is the piece of Island Indigo is too big to fit in here, I'll be I'll show you how I did this. You take this banner and lay it on top of the Island Indigo. You want 1/8 inch on each side, and this line here should point directly to the corner. Okay, so then you just take a pencil and trace along the tail. And we're going to use that as a cutting guide. If you're really good, just I see people, they just make a slit in the center like this and then go from each side. If you're really good at doing that, then by all means do that, but I'm not, so I use the banner punch and this way of doing it. Now we'll put some snail on the back. And we'll line this up, and we want 1/8 of an inch showing all around these 3 sides. And you'll notice I have a little bit of extra here. Okay, I left that there because it's better to have a little bit too much paper than not quite enough. So I wanted to make sure that I had sufficient paper to have this nice border on this side, and because, like I said, I can always trim this off if there's too much. So next we'll take our card, make sure that it opens the proper way, which is especially important because I somehow stamped the inside. Put some Snail Adhesive on the light color that we're using. Oh, by the way, this comes from the Blooms and Bliss designer series papers, and it's these 2 colors here, but they've got a lot of other nice colors in here, color combinations, but just all kinds of good stuff in this designer pack. But Blooms and Bliss. We'll put this down. This will cover the entire card front. Okay, then we'll position this. Oh, we'll put these on next. Let's put these on next. Here's our snail. And these do have a pattern that goes a certain way on them. You'll see they're kind of like little heart type things. So make sure, you probably want to have both of your strips go the same way. And I'm going to have them so they look like hearts. Because you could do them upside down like this and just have like little, I don't know what, little mountains. But I'm going to have them look like hearts. Okay, so we have the top one. There. And then we'll put our banner on. And I want that just down a little bit from the top here, about 1/4 of an inch. We want to leave some space right here. Okay? I'll turn it around so it's your top and bottom, not my top and bottom. Okay, so we want it down. It's about 1/4 of an inch from this top piece of darker designer paper. And that leaves us a nice spot here that we can stamp birthday to you. So it'll say, happy birthday to you. Let me get that stamp. By the way, if you have kind of a long stamp from these photopolymer ones, you know they get all bendy and stuff. If you just lay it down on the table and then take your stamp block and you can just go down right on the top and then it'll be all nice and straight for you. The little tip. Unless you want it bendy. I wanted this one straight, so I used that little trick. And we're going to stamp it. We'll be stamping it off to the side a little bit, so to the right. Alright, and there we go. Give it ink a little minute or so to transfer. And we've got that stamped. So have that in about 1/2 inch. So it's happy and then offset birthday to you. Now we would stamp the inside, but I've already done that. So our card's finished. So here's the original card. I did those paint blotches on a little bit of a diagonal on the first one. On this one, I did them straight up and down. So you can decide which one you like better. They both look good. And if you liked my video, be sure to hit the like button down below. If you'd like to subscribe, there's a subscribe button down there too. Hit that one, and if you'd like to shop with me, you can do that either through my Facebook page or my website. So y'all take care, stay safe, and happy stamping.